Hello and welcome to the first lesson in this super comprehensive course when it comes to starting an AI automation agency. Now, before we jump into this first lesson, we're going to give you some guidelines and some overviews so you can get the most value out of this course today. First off, to find out what lesson you're in and what module, we'll always have that at the beginning of each lesson. So you see either module 1 with lesson 1, so the next one will be module 1 of lesson 2, and so on. Next, if there are files associated with the lesson, you'll be able to download them right below. You'll be able to find more description on the underlying lesson found below as well. And you'll be able to engage with us here directly at WebCafe AI. Go ahead and leave us a comment on any lesson that you need help with or you have a question for. Furthermore, each one of these modules end with a quiz that's there to test your skills and understanding of the main points found within each module. Okay, let's go ahead and begin. Let's get a foundational understanding of what an AI automation agency is and everything entailed with it. To start off, we need to understand the tools that are associated with an AI automation agency at the ground level. And essentially what it is for us is going to be an automation platform and an artificial intelligence platform. Now, I don't want you to worry, as you saw on the previous slide, you may have saw some code. Typically, when it comes to AI automation, code isn't that prevalent. You maybe need to use it here and there, and you'll be able to learn in this course how to best approach those type of situations. For now, though, all you need to understand is that when you build an AI automation, you need to choose your specific automation platform and your specific AI platform. For this course, we're going to be focusing on Zapier and OpenAI. There are alternative platforms such as Pipedream, as you see below here, that give you the ability to do automation as well. And some platforms actually give you the ability to call upon more functions found within an app. For example, in Pipedream, a function that you can do that you can't do in Zapier when it comes to YouTube is automatically upload a thumbnail. But don't worry. As you'll find in this comprehensive course here, you're going to be able to learn how to call upon specific functions that may not be readily available with each app, as we're going to learn how to do webhooks and API calls in this course. Now that we understand the two main building blocks of an AI automation agency, which is going to be the automation software and the underlying artificial intelligence, the next thing we need to understand is the role an AI automation agency plays in the service industry. Essentially, the goal of an AI automation is to take what we see as the traditional workforce, W-2 employees, and figure out ways that we can integrate AI either to eliminate employees or to make the employees' jobs easier so they can optimize their time within that business better. This provides a lot of attractive selling points as an AI automation agency due to the fact that you are providing a software that essentially will do the task that would have originally been associated with a W-2 employee. Furthermore, when you're dealing with smaller businesses, a lot of these tasks that could be AI automated may be associated with the owner. So this gets you a direct line with the original owner of the company you're dealing with, therefore building better relationships, as end of the day, what you're really selling this individual is saving them time. And with everything, whether that's personal life or business, time is going to be one of the most valuable commodities to any individual. Therefore, if your selling point is beyond everything else, I can save you time, you're going to have a lot of power when it comes to negotiation. Now that we understand the role of an AI automation agency, let's now understand the main core functions of how we proceed with servicing a potential business. This encompasses three main parts: consultation, development, and post-purchase support. Now, there are plenty of ways to approach these core functions, and as you'll see in this course, we're going to develop ways to effectively approach every single one of these pillars. But for now, what you need to understand is when you're dealing with a potential business, the consultation part is going to be the most important part due to the fact that you're going to be able to learn a lot more about the specific niche and the specific industry you plan on targeting with your AI automation agency. Now, if you're familiar for content, you've probably heard of this strategy before, but if you haven't, it's called the bucket strategy. And if you're able to get in a one-to-one with your niche target audience, this is going to be a very effective strategy to implement in order to narrow down pain points and the ability to integrate AI within that underlying business. You might be asking yourself, Corbin, what is this whiteboard strategy you're talking about here? And it really comes down to this. Essentially, you're going to take a bucket and you're going to have all the tasks associated with the business outlined onto this whiteboard. Everything associated. We're talking about purchasing, inventory, social media management, customer service, and so on. Once all the tasks associated with that business are laid out on this whiteboard, we're going to have two buckets: manual bucket, AI automation. And then we're going to drag and drop the labor associated with the business into these two buckets, because at the end of the day, you can't fully AI automated business, but we may be able to automate 60% of the task that would have originally been associated with a W-2 or the owner. Now, with that being said, there may be context where you're not actually able to get in that one-on-one with the owner, and the owner more likely wants to have a direct answer in regards to specific services. In this context, we're going to be developing a Google form later in this course to really understand the best way to receive information and then give outputs on that information to the potential lead. Furthermore, AI development and implementation is going to be a crucial part of your AI automation agency. But as you probably already know, and what's so great about the way we develop these services is once you've already developed and identified a pain point within a business and provide a solvency for it, you're going to be able to use that flow for other targeted clients within your niche. Now, coming to this third pillar here, which is probably going to be one of the most exciting pillars out of all these, is going to be the ongoing support and optimization. We can structure this as a recurring fee, which allows us to essentially build constant cash flow within our business no matter what. Due to the fact that we've already established a strong relationship with the business, now we're just offering maybe $100, $200, $300 a month of additional service / help when it comes to the AI automation flows you integrated. Now that we understand the core functions of what it means to operate as an AI automation agency, let's jump into one of the biggest reasons why you need to start an AI automation agency. And that's due to the fact is that we are so early to the curve here. If you look below me here, you will see a very attractive chart when it comes to the market share of AI and where it plans to be projected in the future. And as you see right off the bat, in 2032, it's going to get to a market cap of 2.6 trillion. What that tells us is that AI automation is at its inception point. We are just at the beginning here. This would be like starting a web development agency in the early 2000s where you're able to really recuperate a lot of the market share due to the fact of there is not a lot of competition yet. Now, here's one really cool statistic that came out of this study. If you look right down there, the service segment, specifically what we're handling in, encompasses 40% of the market share for 2022. Now, assuming that 40% doesn't increase or decrease throughout the years to come, we're going to be looking at around a market share of 1 trillion when it comes to the service sector for AI. I don't know about you, but that should get you really excited as we're so early to this market that our ability to really capitalize and get momentum to earn recurring income and income as a business is going to be a lot faster. That being said, let's go ahead and introduce who we are. And if you're not familiar with us, we are Web Cafe AI. We are an AI automation agency located here in San Francisco, California. We've worked across industries when it comes to integrating AI automation, and everything you're about to learn in this course is going to be industry secrets or how we're operating as an AI automation agency ourselves. As always, if any issues arise throughout this course, go ahead and reach out to us directly at webrista@webcafecommerce.com. We're going to be here to help. We are excited that you're going to be a part of this journey with us when developing an AI automation agency. Now, one thing we like telling businesses that we worked with is that 100% of businesses improve their operations and increase efficiency with AI solutions. This is due to the fact that AI can be trained on data sets, it works around the clock, and there is no downtime when it comes to really, truly creating AI automation. This is really, really cool stuff here. We're on the frontier of a new technology scape, and we are excited to share it. Okay. So that concludes lesson 1 of this course where we jumped into the fundamentals of an AI automation agency. Make sure to take notes on Google Docs, Notion, Notepaper, however you do it. You can venture back to all these lessons. They're all going to be recorded and here to stay. We're going to make sure we keep this course up to date with new technology that's coming out here. But we're excited that you've joined us for this very, very comprehensive course when it comes to starting an AI automation agency. I'll see you in the next lesson.